Okay, this is the video of removing the carburetors and cleaning them out on this 1980 Yamaha Midnight Special. So, first thing you do, which is say, unhook the battery, negative terminal, and that way you won't be shorting nothing out because you're going to have wrenches and all crap around in this area here, taking the tank loose and all that good stuff. And right down there's the carburetor, you got to take a bunch of crap off. First thing I'm going to do, we're going to pick the carburetor up, unhook the fuel lines, and you can't see the goddamn tank. Pick the tank up, unload the fuel lines and all that. So, alright, we get the stuff ready and we'll put fuel lines loose. Alright. I'm gonna pick up the tank, already taking the bolt out. Pick up the tank, put a block of wood in there. Then we can access the fuel lines where they go to the tank right there. We're gonna take a pair of pliers and squeeze clamp together and take the fuel lines off each side. So the next thing you do before you pull the fuel lines off, you make sure the fuel's cut off. This straight up down is cut off on this one. I don't know how it originally was. That's the way it is now. So I got the pliers hooked up here. And I squeeze the fuel line. You're gonna lose a little bit of fuel. I'm gonna pull it off gently. That was perfect right there. So that's factory fuel line, factory things and all that on there. So let's go to the next step. Okay, with the fuel lines released, the bolt that holds the tank down removed. Okay, you want to gently grab the tank and pull it off that's got little mounts right there. So we're gonna go sit the tank down in a safe location. Okay, with the tank off now, it makes it easier to access the screws to hold the carburetor on. And these are these little screws right there. Right there. Yeah, there. You got those 4 clamps that hold them. Then you have from the breather to the carb, you have 4 more on the back. So I'm gonna get the screwdriver and we're gonna start removing those. Okay, so we're loosening these clamps. Gotta stay out of the way of the camera. And then this is the boring part. So it takes a Phillips head. So I'm gonna loosen all these up. There's 8 total. Okay, we have 3 bolts that I have to take off that holds the, which is actually gold-plated breather box. I take 3 of them off to give enough room to pull the carbs back enough to get them out of the mountain. So, all right, I'm gonna try to get this off without getting in the camera too much. Get a little bit of wiggle. Okay, I had to get a screwdriver and kind of pull back on this just a little bit. I think I can get back enough, and then I'm gonna have to wiggle and work the carburetors to get them up to that. Alright, you gotta be careful with the fuel line. I might be kicking it the wrong dang way. Alright, Now I'm going to take the fuel line. I'm going to take the throttle, pull it up, get it down, unhook it. So then I had the two fuel lines are still hooked up. So I got to work them out and spilling gas. All right. The carbs are off. And now I'm going to put some paper towels in each one of the ports to keep dirt, dust, bugs, and all that crap out while I go outside and drain the gas out into a container. We're gonna give this little girl, roll it out there probably tomorrow and give her a good bath. She had to stay out in the barn for just a little bit, and she has a lot of dirt on her. So I'm gonna go drain them carbs, then we're gonna dismantle them. Okay, got the carb on the bench now. The carbs. All right, and that's checking the metering rods and the little airflow pistons. This one here is a little bit slow, but it may loosen up. But now what we're gonna do is pull the bottom off the carbs and check out the floats and the needle seats, floats, needle seats, and the main jets. Pull the main jets out, make sure there's no blockage and secondary jets and all that too. Once you loosen up all the screws, you can pull the holes off. Be careful, don't lose your screws. But let's pull these off. I don't see any crap. And that's what they look like. There's the 120 main jets. I bumped it up from 110 to 120 to get more fuel into the engine to try to get down into the 8s. Excuse me, into the 7. So I'm checking all the floats to make sure none of the needles are stuck. So yeah, so far everything looks pretty dang good. But when I first took it down, oh, that one was stuck a little bit. That one might need to change that friggin' needle right there. Well, we'll mess with it a little bit off camera. So we're gonna check these out, check these jets, make sure everything's clean, put it together and crank it up and see if it's gonna run smoother. Okay, I removed that needle and it has some crud on it, a little sticky. So I'm just seeing if there's some crud or yarn. Yeah, it's got some crap on there too, a little bit of green. So I'm gonna pull all these needles out and clean the seats and the needles, and then I'm gonna put them back together. Okay, I've been checking stuff, checked all the floats and needles and all those. They had a little bit of crud on some of the needles. So that one, the needle was stuck. The main jet is stuck. That's got the metering rod in it. and 3 of the secondary jets, they are stopped up. So I believe this one, plus the carb vents, uh, they are stopped up too. So I'm gonna work on this a little bit more off camera, then I'll be back. Okay, this job is taking a lot longer than I thought, so I'm gonna give you a recap of what has happened, and I'm not gonna bore you with putting all this crap back together. But every one of the secondary jets were stopped up. That's the ones that's in these little holes. This main jet was stopped up. Alright, these are 120 mains. I bumped it up, so like I said before, it come with 110 mains, so I bumped it up to 120s. I think that's a 120. If I could get it to focus, I'd be able to tell. So, alright, so I took this off, had to clean the crud out, and I got the jet freed up, but I was tightening it back up. Where the heck is it? I snapped the jet off, and it's got a little bit of green crap right in there. So my job now is I got to dig through all my jets and find 120. If not, I'm gonna have to put. I think I got some 118, some 115s. But anyway, I got a lot of ums and anyways, but shoot, I'm not good talking on camera. So I'm gonna dig through this, then I'm gonna stick it back in there, then I'm gonna take it easy for the rest of the night. So it was pretty well screwed. So I just have to deal with it, take it a little bit by little bit, and get her straightened up, put her on, and give her a test run, then bring it back in, and I'll put the breather box back on. I'm gonna run an open hole with no breather box. So peace out, you two.